defeat the Berlin International Gaming.
I'll take big this series.
Whoa!
Oh, I like the team that's trending up, and NAVI still haven't worked everything out yet, so we'll see.
All right, they're floating.
We'll see. Let the CS speak for itself.
Beautiful.
All right.
We got some Beretters sitting up top. Bit. See what you got. Oh, yeah. 2 headshots out of Bit. That's exactly what you want from the Berettas. Flashbang out from Donut. But there are smokes up, and those smokes will give Big their bomb plant. Can't do anything about that one. We've got no kit for Navi's retake. Last time we saw an Alexi B 10-second defuse on this A site. Sin thought he had a chance in that. He truly believed as he pushed that W key that he was going to kill Simple. But instead, Simple has tapped 2 people. And Ema comes through doing it as well. That is crisp headshots from the USPs and a nice clean CT pistol for Navi.
So if you haven't started watching the season yet, and this is the first Navi game, so far it's been like pretty rocky in terms of like, it looks like the mood is really bad. I mean, there are definitely some like body language experts on Reddit trying to break this down, but you know, they were mostly correct. I gotta say, like, you gotta see how tilted Simple was when they were playing their games before. You could look, JL was not very happy for most of their games as well, and he was always smiling. There was definitely some vitriol in the team, and like things were not gelling for sure. But that's stuff that can be worked out in practice and in talks. We don't know what happens day to day. I think that's the cool part about especially the blast groups at the beginning of each season. So a lot of like very fresh rosters playing officials and then seeing a lot of things change very fast.
Unicorn odds, of course, coming into this series favoring Navi. Fair. Feels like Big are the ones currently punching upwards. Bringing in a couple Academy players. Making it work. You know, Crimbo was a big part of that Astralis victory. We'll see what he has to offer this evening. Simple decides now's the time to peek, and Tabson puts him down. Tabson slowly shedding the shackles of in-game leadership. And if you've been around for long enough, you know what Tabson's individuals used to look like. His raw skill, mechanics, beautiful. Maybe he's still got a little left in him. But JL making sure with the FAMAS at that distance to put down one. And Sin will recover. These Deagles are deadly. But there's an additional CT in sight. That's JL.
I think they'll actually know that, but they don't have a smoke right now, so can't separate the crossfire. Probably want to go back and take banana control, but Tabson's here on alert. Flanks being watched intermittently, so chance if Imma takes off from this angle. No gun spotted, but Tabson gets by. And
that's going to make the
they're going towards A. And
good call.
Yeah,
Bit's kind of between them.
They know he plays here.
Tabson's looking. Bit able to get one kill first. Now Tabson gets the backstab in. Emek comes through with his frag and a bomb plant. It's a fake. Crimbo, almost timed it perfectly. He would have had another chance to plant.
Yeah, he had to get the hill fast. But he's right, he would have got rushed down.
Quick little run in from those B defenders. Got Navi the conversion.
Yeah. Liked how that shaped up. So the question is, though, you know, a lot of players who become IGLs, it's like, sometimes you don't work. I remember having this conversation with Flaren, actually.
Okay.
He's like, never let your good players IGL because sometimes they'll drop the roll and they still won't recover. It's like, once you start having empathy and awareness for your teammates, you can never go back.
Right. Yeah.
So you kind of want your...
Never become too human.
You want your star players to just be like rabid dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pit bulls.
Yeah.
And Bit, well, capable. But Sin will put him down. Didn't realize how many players got past him like that. Nice little surprise out from Simple on box. Then Emek holds cross. Montu trades. Clean rifle work, I think, coming out of both teams so far. In the first gun round that Big have, they have got themselves in the post plant. Nice little trade train coming out of A main. And Tabson locks in Donut. Leans forward, gets as close to that monitor as he possibly can, and puts Montu in the open space of the site. Not worried about that flank so much as the Donut and Temple retake, and Teaser in the right spots. Montu's going to catch one off guard. He knows where Alexi's coming in from, takes the chance to cross, and will float around in Temple. Alexi B tapping that bomb, no kit, so a 10-second defuse. He elicits the peek, which is all he really wanted, And Montu comes out with the flashbang, but with no time for the defuse. It's the first rifle and the first win for Big.
Yeah. Oh, and Alexi dies to the bomb.
Got him.
Oh, that's a lot of health that that bomb just took away. Did they make the radius bigger? When we were
Not long ago. I feel like, after the Inferno change, Ancient got one too, man.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Wow, that was pretty... I can't remember how much health he had right there, but thought he was safe. But either way, at least I guess for his sake, they got the kill on Montu. Everyone dies. Everyone dies. So Navi come into this round after losing with a Force, but it's only with Simple on an M4.
December 2022, Ancient's bomb explosion was opened up along with the angles on the B site. Next up, Nuke.
Nuke, yeah.
Yeah, that one would benefit.
That one
from
would make the
change.
most sense. I mean,
Yeah.
the entire map should basically go up in flames.
I think the building should collapse. Levolution, baby.
I'm down.
If BattleBit can do it, then so can CSGO. Or even better, CS2. Ima up close. Nice 5-7 work. Clean with the sidearm. And the spray from Simple's there with another. This is working. Ooh, Big. Walking up close into the Romanian. And he drops it on 2. 5-7 at that range. Some say better than an M4.
Those one bullet headshots can come by. Great to see Ima playing well in this group so far. It's been clearly a little awkward for him. He's had some maps where he just completely destroyed, and then some maps where it felt like he was doing some aggressive lurks where he just got caught and didn't have a lot of impact. So it's been very inconsistent. But even on the maps where he's getting caught off guard, you see the aim is still there. Like his aim is so insane. Very sharp on rifles, very sharp with headshots, very high HSP.
I think it's just nice to have him like get a nice clean start as well, right? His struggles have been notable so far during groups. But that's coincided with slower starts, barring the overpass map.
And I think just a lot of confusion on the team. There's so much. It just, this is the most ambitious sort of new roster for any team coming out of the offseason. But there's a smile on Simple. That's a good start.
Glowing. No, I mean, they
sometimes
have
I wonder if he understands how much influence he has on like the mood of the rosters.
Sure.
Because he's always been sort of very, high agitation player, and obviously any player like that is given a lot of room to sort of be, petulant, to be like however they are because they're so good. But
oh yeah, there it is. Both those players had like sub 20 health off the first spray, but quick little adjustment as the flash fades, and it's a shutdown in middle. Sorry, Big, not tonight. Not this time. Little smoke phase from Sin will net him nothing. This is a nice clean round. The Navi camp are excited. Smiles on their faces as Simple keeps looking down the line.
And it'll be really interesting to see like what they'll say about how much they practiced Ancient, if they're going to like adopt this map, or because this could have just been one of the maps they planned on bringing in, but didn't have time in their short amount of time before group started to practice it.
But I think, as you alluded to kind of in our quick little pregame, just a good foundation already there for Simple and Bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just got to get that online, smooth out all the kinks.
Yeah, like Alexi's called on this map. Simple and Bit have played this, and Navi were one of the best
Apex loved
teams.
it, so
Apex
JL's
knocked out Nip on this map. Yeah, everyone here. It just makes sense that they play Ancient, absolutely.
JL actually just picked up a new AK-47 souvenir from the Ancient NIP game specifically. Said it was the best game of his life. And I'm sure he'll have that fond memory until Navi reach new peaks.
Maybe. That one's going to be hard to beat, man. That was
yeah, it was awesome.
Emotionally, it can understand.
Yes.
And,
yes,
it's your first time having an opportunity like that, and to make a comeback of that magnitude.
Probably felt
incredible.
like the biggest breakthrough of his life.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reason he's on Navi today, so.
Forever special.
That was cool.
I've already seen what these Deagles can do. couple zesty shots out of Big last time they were on the lesser weapons, but now CTs aren't really giving them much to work with, much to shoot at. Ime with 9-2. Great start. Floats top mid. No contact for him. It's JL that's going to have his hands full. And even when Navi lost the last time, felt like JL was good for a 2K here and there on this B defense. Simple's frag grenade homes in on Tabson, so this one's going to go down smooth by the looks of thing, unless Alexi backs up. JL's got it covered. Of course, that confirms there's an additional player there, and the last player at that. So Navi, 5-1 CT start, a stark contrast and a welcomed improvement to the last time we saw them on Ancient.
And something that hasn't been talked about that much, I'd say, with groups is just the fact that like there's zero anti-strat for most of these teams.
Yep.
Against each other or with versus the new rosters. That's one of the most baked-in advantages, even though they have to, they'd rather be the team that's been together for a year and practiced the whole time. But the one thing they have going for them is like no one knows what they're going to play like. No one knows whose spots are going to change. Very hard to prepare for. So Big took a risk, obviously, by picking Ancients. They probably thought, yeah, Navi aren't going to be as bad as they were last time versus Astralis, but how much better did they get? That was the kind of gamble for them in this map pick.
That was definitely their angle coming in. Oi! Lexi gets away relatively unscathed. And Sin will slot into the spot. Majority, of course, of Big still sitting outside middle and waiting. That allows Bit to get a bit adventurous in main. Ooh, careful, Alexi. He's got a teammate to work with, but he's kind of floating between two angles. CT see that as an invitation with a flashbang that could push back Sin, and you can see him starting to step away, but he looks to hold the line. Oh, nice adjustment. Could have definitely gone down with nothing there, but hangs on as JL presses out. Oh my God. Perfect spam.
97 damage on Montu as well.
Nearly gets himself a 2K lineup as they clambered over the boxes.
That spam in groups has been key on swing rounds, both from elbow for the guy in cave. Sometimes, like the reverse spam has happened 2 times.
Everybody's been watching rain VODs. Ooh, I was gonna say perfectly timed at least, but a little off the mark.
Still gonna freak you out that a CT's an elbow, but
yeah.
Seeing you go towards B. So yeah, they're just gonna save.
Yeah. If anything, Big will just take that missed shot as a blessing, lets them save with majority here, but it is the 6-1 start.
Another thing that's been nice for Navi, I think, low-key, is that Alexi B's individual level has been very solid in group. So I think that, as much as there's so many things that are changing for the team and that he's got to think about and they've got to figure out how to play with him, like, he's been able to focus on being a fragger as well.
Yes. Second highest rated player at groups for Navi coming into this match. Not something anyone would have expected, I'd say, out the gate when you were meant to be adding firepower.
I watched Bit do a language test, an English test.
Yeah? How's he doing?
There's 15 questions on the English test. How many do you think he got right?
9.
He got 14 right.
Let's go. Let's go, Bit.
So I think that's proof that there's nothing to worry about with Bit's English.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's feeling thank you.
Good for him. Intimidating, taking on another language.
Yeah.
It's also, you feel so...
Absolutely.
Sometimes you can just feel, the frustration that comes with not being able to express yourself as well in your second language as your
that's got to be the worst part.
Yep.
And thinking and translating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexi, we've been talking about these spams. There was a moment there where that T was in the perfect spot, but Tabson comes through. Cheeky mid-peak. Third death for Ime. And a man advantage to Big. Already poised for the ramp hit. Could be a very easy follow-through into this site. But JL's been looking sharp as well. And they're going to give him a test. A test that he passes at least with one. Alexi B slides out. He's in the middle of the pack. Can't snap it over for a second. As these T's trade appropriately through the bomb site with their man advantage and into the retake attempt we go. It's very quickly moving up through middle. It's bit and simple. Switch. In their native languages, they shall clutch.
Oh, tabseN peeks and doesn't get the kill.
Good amount of damage, though.
And this will just catapult all the Na'Vi players forward. Simple's low. Smoke's awkward. Oh, it's bad, actually.
Let's go, Bit.
And now it's a situation where Process got to figure this 1v2 out. He got tagged, but did they know it?
I don't know. I don't think so. Bit's still looking for him. Time's ticking pretty quick. He's got to get on bomb. Simple never came out from the caves. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Can he defuse still?
No.
Okay.
No time. So Process just kind of, luckily for him, gets lost inside of the bomb site.
Man, they tagged him too. If they weren't, maybe if they were talking, they wouldn't have heard it. But a little unfortunate there. I think the main takeaway for me, though, is great trading here for Big after they get the opening kill. All the spacing is very nice on the way into the site. Both players who go to defend are overstressed perfectly by the attackers. So.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
Important round. Let's go, boys. Come on. I can speak German. Second one for Big. Important round? Yes. Costly round? Absolutely. One player survives. Everything comes back in an investment, and they're going to go for the classic. Hit that hopefully understaffed A site, but you've got Bit within it. Peeks left. tabseN's flash caught Process. Montu trades. Gap on the temple side, but Simple snaps over. His next shot misses, and Ima doesn't decide to press out all the way. He holds off in temple with the smoke up. JL will pressure, but he too inside of these smokes. It's not ideal. tabseN continues to tear them up, taking man advantage. Temple push all the way out. But Montu again within this site finds his openings and closes in on them. Alexi B burned into the open, takes one with him, but Crimbo's gonna close it, and Big's follow through onto A works out.
And once again, there's always a position to follow another player. So even though Navi are just looking for that 1-2K to tip things back in their favor in terms of momentum on the round, it's always one more big player close enough to trade right away. It's a great shot from Simple to survive in this situation, but they do a great job of like making sure Bit can only get one. Ima can only get one. JL can only get one. And so constantly Navi are behind.
That smoke and temple that just kept Ima out of it.
Yeah,
A couple steps behind.
could have swung the smoke after the shot from Simple, but you know, he can't see what's going on the site.
Of course.
It's a sort of a heads-up decision that you've got to make. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it'll be watched and it was actually a wrong idea.
But again, it keeps Big winning rounds. One survives in Crimbo. Bit's ADR looking nice and healthy. JL, Ima, right with him. But 2 in a row. Nice electric pace we're getting. What happens there? tabseN just burns. Oh no. Molotov bottom middle. I don't even see any frags or shots fired. Wallbangs coming out of cave. That's why Crimbo's down on 9. And Ima, because he get that opening in middle, finishes off the little left of Crimbo. JL's been cleared, so you know the dedicated B player's dead. And Big have got a little pace in them these last few rounds. Tempo's quick, but man advantage, not theirs. Ooh, Alexi nearly kills Process. Last piece of util comes down out of Big. They've got them stuck in cave.
A brave move by Montu.
Montu's trying to press in. Could very well get one and fall back. Doesn't shoot the guy jumping, and he takes down Emet instead. It's Sin from within sight. Instant headshot to Alexi. He's lost his teammate on Process. He knows he's stranded in the bomb site. That Opera's looking for him, and Simple will topple him quickly on bomb. Bit gets the defuse, and Navi takes 7.
Yeah, that was a really good approach. I mean, that was Montu took a really big risk. If he obviously only found one and got jumped away, that would have been fine. But with the way they were careful about a potential op being there, it meant that that wasn't going to happen. It could have been even worse, though. Good patience got him the first kill. But trades like this, and then we're already at a 5v3, meant that Navi sort of felt like they were going to win it every step of the way. Yeah. Similar to when Big took the A site last round and had that same sort of confidence.
Okay. Live lessons. Quick smoke. There's that tempo again. Big with pace. Simple's gonna shut down Sin. Bit right with him. Tech9 drive by. Ima this time throws himself into the mix. Takes it. Both hands. And shuts down what was the majority of the push. We've got Montu wrapping around CT with nobody to keep him stuck
It's
in.
an interesting temple lurk. They're going to watch this.
JL, Presence, and Crimbo relegated behind the box. His time so limited. And his options also bleak. Desert Eagle shots off the mark. Triple kill. And Navi lead by 5.
So, you know, how much power does Sin have as the IGL? Because he's the caller on the team. It seems like that's 100% the case right now, which means, you know, Tabson's moving to like a support caller. He can focus on fragging as the plan is supposed to be in place. Obviously, Big are playing differently. How many times have they called this many rushes and a half before? It's definitely fun to watch. It's not working that well so far for Big, but you can tell there's a change of leadership right now.
Single AK for Sin. Plays close on the smoke. Could have been worse. Lexi tucks back in closer to the site. Give over cave control. Let him get that much closer. Of course, I'm assuming that Navi predict nothing but pistols. We'll see if a solo AK catches him off guard.
And Sin as a captain, he's also a sharpshooter. You know, didn't know that he was interested in this role while he was on the academy.
Taking on a lot of responsibility as a new addition. Making the most of the little bits of util they have.
Man, they got a quiet approach into the site. They got a potential bomb plant now with no friction. Let's see if the spam comes down from Alexi. He's going to patiently wait. Maybe they didn't hear that tap, actually.
JL. Oh, had to dodge the flash.
5v4 now.
And that AK's still very much in the mix. Could have just caught them off. Now they need to deal with it. Retake utility. They could still smoke off cave. That's assuming Simple doesn't die. Sin looking to press in against him. Those two players over towards long trade back, and well, Simple's barely standing. He gets killed by the top mid push, and Big, they make it work. 1 AK and tidbits of utility for the B exec and easy hold.
It's as if Navi were trying to lead them to water, but they weren't prepared at all. So let them have the entire site, and well, they did the perfect thing with it. They decided to say, okay, it's a little cramped in here. Let's throw a flash, push for a little more info. We have the one gun. Let's pair it with a Tech9 on the push. Flash plays perfect. JL goes down. Then you know when it's a 5v4, even if everyone on the other team has guns, having a player advantage can sometimes be way more important. And they exert the control over the team. Man, the amount of animated people on Big is awesome. It's a really big comeback for Big Clan versus Astralis. It was after a God beat tack, honestly.
Oh, and they know this is a Navi that on their best day they can beat. You know,
yeah.
There's cracks in Navi's armor. But at the same time, they're also dealing with an Ema who is 16-6, Bit 12-6, Simple 10-4. You know, the stars are shining on Navi right now, and that's why they hold this 4-round lead. Big are doing their best to kick the door off the hinges, and they'll chase down Alexi in the cave. Feels like cave has been a place where they've been able to get more success than elsewhere. Another opening pick their way. Simple's not far off. Lots of presence inside this B site right now. Completely empty A. And a ramp push that Crimbo can't afford to get caught off by. Slides out. Wow. JL takes his head off and gets away with 16 health. But in that same time, we've got Tabson getting up through Red Room. We've got util pressure through cave, which
they're
should
locked
keep
off
them
on this side of the map.
Yep. They could just move into A.
Yeah, and they're seeing 2 push cave, and now they walk through, but Tabson gets caught.
Couldn't really afford that one. It's going to be Process to start to come back to the B site. The CT's starting to scramble to A because of the positioning that Big had.
This is a brave call, actually, to go back towards the B site, seeing the info they had. No wonder Navi move away, but can Big punish for making the right decision right now? It's scary for them coming into
Emed just gave up his angle. Oh, but Simple gets the headshot. That's going to bring Process back at him. And the A4 finds 2. Navi take a 9th.
Full credit for doing the re-aggro into cave after seeing the double push. Navi got extremely insecure about the fact that they killed one in mid and realized they had no one on A. So it was a good call overall, but that op shot's got to get hit. And if you're Montu, I think that's the big one. Also, crazy that JL won his fight versus Crimbo. I thought that was Crimbo's fight all day. It's angle dominance, pushed up on it slowly. It looked very good for him. Super sharp from JL.
Oof. It's like an instant dink for Sin.
And you're right, Navi have been adamant about taking cave, fighting it, and it hasn't always worked for them. But you can see how much the map changes when it does.
Just feel like the tethering between Navi's players looks so much sharper already on Ancient than the last time.
Yeah, they were playing some real vanilla CT sides before, and that's simply because they didn't have tactics yet.
Exactly, right. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah. But you know what, Lexi B is just full of tactics. I would say his absolute strength is tactics. I think like his overarching strategy and style for the half is sometimes where he doesn't match up to someone like a Kerrigan or a Glaive or something like that. And that's somewhere where he could get better, but he has like definitely everyone's ripping off his tactics. He has good fast rounds. He has a lot of good setups.
Tabson's sticking around, and Montu's got a nice posted angle. Smoke on long keeps JL busy. They know Ime is inside cave, but clean headshots, 2 of them. And an attempted snapback tap through, Tabson low. Big half from Ime. I want to say his best half on Navi yet, 20-6. Wow. And, I mean, this was a critical round. This looked like big. They had the bomb site. They got the op pick. They had what looked like a good chance to split through cave. Tabson comes out spinning, but it's big left spinning as Navi get to those double digits guaranteed.
Yeah, it's good to see him confident. You know, that's what you want. Coming out of the major, every game was like this. Into Navi, so much like a brand new roster, so much uncertainty, and this is the player that we remember fondly. So super solid. And again, it's just headshots with this guy. He's like a fast version of Bit or something.
As if Bit wasn't fast enough.
Bit on it. He's fast forward Bit.
Shots not far off the mark, but they will get closer. This time, no lane presence, nothing coming out of big on that half of the map. How many bodies are going through Red Room? It's a party up in here. Couple smokes. Oh, Tabson's going to be left frustrated with that one. That's how his half ends. And these others will be fed to the beast. As they try to press out through Donut, the op awaits them. There's also support on top of green, so main gets cut off, and this falls flat. I'll also say, I just welcome the energy.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little frantic at time, but it sometimes just, you know, juggling that energy is at least an activity. They haven't already dropped them all.
I feel like if a decoy hits you at the beginning of the round, you should just die.
Half your vision's gone. You know? Taking a brick to the head. Watch this. Watch.
Watch.
I was hoping for something clean, but Simple gets there. It's Tabson dead. And it's a little mid-control here for Navi. Quick fallback into the A site. Sin's looking for contact. Wants the kill as clean as that of Process. And by finishing off the... It's not over, though. It's just sick. That drive-by shot, I mean, come on. Bit, he's going to get the P250 back out. Just 2 kills. That's all he needs. He's got one stuck on box, but Sin will shut him down. What is that kill from Process?
That was a Jason Statham right there. They'll drive by.
Oh my god. Replay, please. He didn't stop moving.
First one was great too.
I swear.
Just
what? What?
That was huge. The body language is hilarious. I love it.
Wow. All right, good for Big. They had the energy. They had the opportunities in that first half to put up some more numbers, and a pistol here could definitely bring back the CT side. Nice clear of Navi. Start cutting them down, start building economy, start keeping players alive, and let's make Navi work for this, because yes, they have shown us a stark improvement on the CT half and on some of their individual levels, but this is still a new Navi that can very well collapse.
I see like a grateful Big, you know, like it looks like they win the lottery every time. They're like hugging each other like, oh my God, that just happened. That's amazing. You're amazing.
It's like every round is like, guys, we haven't lost yet.
Yeah.
And as long as the game is going, you do indeed have a chance. Point blank, it is Tapson with the MP9. And that will turn back the second tee. So no easy opening here in the first gun round from Navi. Incendiary for Elbow. More smokes, more frags, and more time that Navi will have to wait.
In some ways, Big have already won this round. They got mid control. They got a kill and a half. Navi had full intention of trying to break that open on their default, so not to be a brand new idea. Took down top fragger Imma. 23 kills already. And now they maybe walk into the 3B setup.
That's what Big are banking on. Montu moving around that opposite bomb site, but still a little concerned about long A.
One kid of utility here. Alexi B.
Ooh, MP9. It's going to get cleared. Bits looking. Oh, Tapson swings. JL. Double. Yeah. Able to finish off Sin.
Okay.
Fire on his feet. And even with the smoke in front of JL, he still gets there, which opens up the bomb site. Screw your triple stack. Nade nearly finishing him off. A quarter HP left over. Next player's just meant to hold that smoke, but grenades in hand opened the door. Crimbo gets lost in the smoke.
Wait, did Process hear him running?
I don't know. Oh, no. Now he does.
He will, yeah.
For sure. Alexi gets caught off. Montu double lineup.
Oh.
Way too easy of a retake there for Big.
Yeah, definitely Alexi should have just walked, obviously. Well, because we see now Process was right there listening. He probably thought someone was very deep in the cave, but I think he just felt like, all right, if I take too long, my teammate's going to die in sight. But as we can see, he could have had a huge hand in holding in the post plant. JL, good entries. As they got this bomb planted, I think that was already pretty successful considering the start that Navi had. It's amazing. They look like terrified, confused, and happy all at the same time.
It's funny, too, because none of them know what God B's doing behind them in the mid-round.
Yeah.
Poor guy's losing his mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you see immediately Sin turns around, looks at Gob, and there's that there's that affirmation coming from Gob B and from Tapson. And if you're Sin taking on this responsibility with that lack of experience, God, that's got to feel good.
Yeah.
And you're enjoying yourself and you're rolling with momentum, and Montu's hitting shots, but so is Alexi inside of this site. And then that cave peek holds off. Imez gonna go deeper, and JL's cleared out cave. Now this one feels way too tough.
This is huge. I mean, they got Elbow as well. So
fast push from Navi.
Yeah, mid's locked off. Simple's got the info to make sure they're cool. There's nothing they're here to do for Big. They can chill. Simple's gonna start to walk into them, and Process will take him out at least. That's maybe a gun upgrade, but overall, again, I think using JL in the way that he should be, as this sort of boulder running into the site.
Yep.
And another very strong entry from him over on B.
I would like to just take this second to kind of zoom out from this game right now and just appreciate the pace and the tempo that we're getting from Big versus Navi. You know,
yeah.
There was a time where I would see this on paper and think,
boring.
Anders, you want to cast that? but this is an electric matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, the Big were rushing a lot in the first half, and Navi are moving pretty quickly. And yeah, Alexi's a guy who definitely does like a default, but also likes to do aggressive tactics. So we see a lot of fast starts, and sometimes with those initial kills, you can just lead right into a site hit. So what's the idea for what Big want to try to stop?
I feel like Gabi would make such a great analyst desk addition with the way he speaks with his hands. He looks like Maui Snake or Maniac or Pimp.
Yeah. And he's smart, unlike those guys.
Right. Yeah, he's got that over all of them.
Crimbo.
Yeah, tough game.
Big have been kind of relying on Crimbo. So
That's the, you know, as much as the tempo and like the energy between the two teams sort of match right now, I think the big difference maker is Navi have their stars slotting in straight out of the gate. Forward cave hit, Sin. Oh, Lord. Careful. Oh. Ima.
Nice
Gonna get
line.
that first opening mid kill. Montu just floating. Very alone there for an Opper as well. You know, tough to handle when you know that the aggression can be thrown out by Navi. You put an Op peeking out from Donut.
oh, man, he's taking all the right timings here. He ran by mid. He waited inside of window.
He's got this.
He's looking for this angle, but Crimbo will eventually take him down. But these are breadcrumbs. We've got Crimbo and Prosis 2v4. One spotted now. That's fresh information. Bomb is an elbow, which means they're probably going to go A off of this play.
Yeah, which is great because Simple's already top red room. He's got the rotate cut off. They don't know it, but A is open.
They avoid all friction entirely.
They'll soon find out, and this T side will keep thriving.
Solid that they can crack open mid. I think, yeah, I mean, I hate comparing Navi to the last time they played, but they could not do this last time. So, yeah, this would be a very interesting demo for people to watch the first time Navi played this map versus Astralis, where the quote is from Simple, they never played it once, into this game and compare the differences, because structurally they've added so much. And this was sort of the fire that Big were playing with, you know. If we pick it against Navi, are they going to be a lot more ready, or are they going to be a little bit more ready? And it's feeling like a lot.
I think everybody can agree that coming into this project, Navi had a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
It was going to take effort, and it was going to take time. And I think it's very promising that in such little amount of time, we've already seen so much improvement. Can't get crazy ahead of ourselves. I think Navi versus Big is always expected to go the way that it is right now. But just the improvement within their camp is something definitely worth appreciating.
I was always thinking, just to bring it back to Alexi for a second, that I've always revered his tactical depth. Absolutely. Like, that's not a meme. And then in the overarching strategy department that I was talking about earlier, where I think he can sort of not, you know, it doesn't compare to the Snappies, the Kerrigans, the Cadians, you know, these players who I feel like are better conditioners. They have sort of a good balance between that and conditioning. And the thematic calling in a half, I think, is where he could use more, and maybe in the way of support calling or ideas or something. But with Navi's former system, very detailed, I feel like matches up very well with his personality. And Blade as well, as somebody who can work with him closely, and a coach that you have no choice but to respect. I feel like it add a lot to see him really level up.
Ooh, poor Tabson takes Alexi down to 4, and then Ima just slides through him. Mantu boosted, and that 5-7 is going to find its home. There's no overcommitment yet from Navi. They've got extra time on the clock. They can still just play as a pack and fall back, and Sin is going to press out in order to try and stop this. It's a USP to shave off 1 of 3. Tall order, but at least he hears this movement, and they've lost track of him. You know, he doesn't take an unfavorable fight and can maybe now use that element of surprise.
Oh.
And it's gonna work perfectly. Peeks out towards the bomb planter. Alexi's 4 health. That's Tabson's damage coming back to haunt him.
Oh.
And Big have done this. I love the fact that when the first 2 players ran by into Cave, he didn't force the issue.
Yeah, that's a hype way to win right there. Big, very low guns, but he didn't force the issue. He took the info. He called for the rotations. That's just good, solid comms. That's prioritizing preservation. And that's it. A couple of great shots hit by pistols. But the key one is, in the back from the ramp as he makes sure not to be too aggressive and blow the spot for his teammates who have to rotate in a little bit more slowly. So this won't be a simple, quick finish for Na'Vi. And they're going to hear the energy out of Big. Lots of teams would give up in this spot. 7-13. They would have already sort of, gone to sleep, checked out, and instead you see Big's energy is untethered, unchained. Win or lose, they're in it.
I feel like with certain teams, would maybe want to play less matches at the groups. Just want to find out whether they go to showdown or whether they go to fall finals. Big kind of soaking up every round, every map, every opportunity. Simple. That sounded like a sick shot. We just hear one bullet come out of the AK and tabseN somehow dead. But it is man advantage nonetheless for Big. And JL will be looking to open up the ramp hit. Crimbo with an op, 1 of 2.
Yeah.
And JL has stopped watching this. Crimbo's sliding down just when he needs to.
It's not a total comfort zone for him, and he
loses track of it inside of the scope.
Skips an angle.
And that, just look at the way it pulls back the 2 cave players so that they can go up ramp instead. It's going to keep one inside cave. That's control for Big and an angle for Montu. Little TP. Simple gets blasted.
God damn.
And now we've got everybody from Big meant here to stop this. Alexi shooting teammates and Montu's dropping bombs. That's an ace.
That's huge, man. That was a steady shot. Right on the dome on the ramp. That was beautiful. After Simple's big shot in that round. And a really good idea to hit the B site after taking out Crimbo going underneath the scope. But the op comes through from Montu at all parts of the map.
Oh, nice shot.
Yeah,
this one's, that's the most challenging.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
one's nearly a collateral, but just good engagement.
Love to see. And we haven't really talked about Montu because he's just been here, kind of just playing. Everyone else is soaking up the energy in the room, but look at him go.
He's focused on the goal.
Big looking for 10.
Fast one, though. Na'Vi going to take their chance with an ace smash. You've got Ima on a Tech 9, and we've got the M4 peek out from tabseN. He holds to the back sight, but you've given an upgrade to the Romanian, who is now 2 away from getting that coveted 30th kill. It's another push. Crimbo comes through, and he stops the plant on top of it. Simple will immediately trade back. Tech 9 emerges out from Donut, and Montu gets blasted. Na'Vi take it to them and walk away with the round.
And they take that high energy and they match, and they actually just look more calm, but ready to play fast as well. That's a massive round. You gotta say, Ima is such a game changer. Comes out of the smoke, and yeah, you could actually still die here, but he adjusts his aim so fast. Process could have easily figured out who was coming out the left side, adjusted the spray, took him down, and the round would be over. But instead, he takes that AK. He can use that AK to get another kill. That is where things get too hairy for Big.
Look at the speed! Alexi P just flies out through middle.
Wow.
Minute 42.
I mean, that's already
5v3.
I think he can even search A already. Bomb can go get recovered. They're looking for any more information because Big have to do something drastic right now.
Wow. What a fun game of Counter-Strike between these two.
It's already looking like a completely different Na'Vi to what we saw in the last couple of days, which is awesome. And for Big, fighting their hearts out today, but still 9 rounds actually only.
Yeah, they've had their openings, but now the round's stacking up against them. JL opens up the cave as well, so the B split should come through with 4. Montu on a FAMAS. And a nade as well, just to tell him, we know you're there. I'm coming for you. But they won't. It's a nice redirection with Alexi having cleared out A. Now all of a sudden, this deep red corner from Crimbo. If you're clearing all the cave corners, you should check this too. But Ima actually gets caught off, and Crimbo, free AK. You think you can go and save, but Simple's hunting. Sticking around, looking to clear out all the big players, as Na'Vi will get that 15th. Give himself 6 chances to close this.
Yeah, he's got info now on this post, or the save situation, and that's a free one? It's maybe? Oh, Crimbo will be able to get a smoke out. And Bit will take down Montu Crimbo. Surely this is a done deal. They know he's on 10 HP.
Finished.
That's it.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Well, a solid game of Ancients after starting out a couple days ago saying they never played the map. And this is Big's map pick.
Minute 44. A minute 44. And it's a 3v5.
Yeah.
Straight openings from Alexi B.
Man, I love how comfortable they are being aggressive. First of all, that was like my big question is like, how much are they going to borrow from the foundation that Navi left? Oh, and how much are they going to lean into like or how much does Alexi want to take it to a new place or sort of build on what they had before? But
you know,
love the fast opening plays.
Alexi coming out in an interview and saying, Blade has told me this is his project. And so with that, I think that adds a layer to like, well, how much can Alexi change then? And it's cool to see that even though this is Blade's project, we get that change up, that shifting gear that I think really allows a guy like Ime to thrive at the moment. He's ready to swing. And so they shall through top middle. Desperate place for Big to be in, facing 6 map points on their map pick and wielding only pistols. It's okay. Did it on purpose so they'll peek, you see? And it gives them a double entry. CTs have been fooled. Make the most of your mistakes. Okay. Surely I thought he's getting
really
30.
trying to write that story.
trying to sell my snake oil.
On the sheet and tell him I'm mine because I ain't write shit because I ain't got time.
Tapson's gonna keep going. Don't lose this one now, boys. Don't let Big continue back in. We saw what they could do when it came to grinding maps with Astralis. Of course, both these teams right now have been 2-0'd by Heroic this week and have 2-1'd Astralis. Chance to go head-to-head to get that Heroic rematch. Oh, Crimbo's put the Deagle kill up. Maybe Big aren't done just yet. Alexi B, 13 health, 1v3. Time against him. He's done. And Big, not going down without a fight.
And that's what happens when you miss smokes, Connor. Okay, I want you to remember that.
All right, I'll take it all back. It wasn't a mistake. It was their downfall.
Oh, that's clever. Wait, whose gun was that? Oh, someone else. Yeah, he got the first
entry.
So it's good awareness, though.
Too funny.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, real problem. Obviously, CT's buy-in. Of course, this T side has given us nothing but evidence to praise Navi.
Yeah.
So let's for now assume they can close it in the next 5. But give Big every moment they deserve.
That's what I thought Complexity were going to do.
Too soon. Careful, Sin. Greed is deadly, brother. 21 HP as he sits tucked into cave. Probably just wants to get out of there. Worried about the spam, but it doesn't come after him. They don't over chase here, Navi. Feels like, okay, we made our one mistake. Let's settle down and close this. They are still hunting a 5v4. And CT's looking mobile. We get this overstack inside of the B site. 4 members here with a solo donut hold.
Oh, right, for that boost. Not that much damage.
Nah, trimmings.
Sort of keeps the attention of the CTs who are now actually flash pushing. Bomb is left outside of here. Simple hits the shot. He knows they're going to follow up, but Tapson gets the kill. Most importantly,
bomb's there.
And they had to work hard for that one. Ima eventually finds it.
Montu's able to slide into sight. Double kill out of him. I don't know if they've seen that bomb yet. I don't know if anybody got through that doorway.
Yeah, they might overact towards A, which brings them towards Bit, which actually maybe gives them a chance. They don't know where he is. But without the bomb, there's not enough time to get this.
Yeah, right? Like, how much will he really play? He doesn't have the bomb, so he doesn't think he has a chance. But
they're coming towards A.
Coming at him.
Oh, my God.
They don't know that he doesn't have the bomb. What if they throw this?
Wait. Can he hear them?
I mean, they think he's going to plant. And they're both exposed in the open, but he is just going to play for the save. Oh, Bit.
Oh, if only he knew.
Right? This is like a losable situation that Big don't realize they're throwing themselves into. If the game had just ended like that, I would scoff in Big's direction. But listen, it goes down. It's okay.
Would have been unfortunate, for sure.
They didn't know better.
So another chance. No money. Can't be that good right now for Navi. thought went into that.
You're chasing the one guy who's just trying to save. You think you need a retake. All you have to do is just stop pushing buttons.
All right. It's hey, listen, it can end on a round like this, too. We saw him on the entries last time, and they're doing that same exact.
Yeah, they're going for it. Oh, we saw exactly this, in fact. Process met by a smoke. They try to hold off
Temple control.
Temple. Oof, Alexi, for big sake, it's a good thing he didn't kill that guy inside Donut. Montu mollied off of the bomb site, wrapped around by Ima, who comes back in with the plant. You said it could end on a round like this, and it very well may. Tech 9 on 1. Famas, AK, smoke into frag. We've got kits in the mix. They've got 2 smokes as well here, Big. But they're waiting out the donut smoke.
Does Bit really have time for this? If he does have enough
threw
time
down
for this, it's over. But another smoke.
Oh, now they're desperate. Bombs past the halfway point. Bit's going back around mid. CTs have to press out. They need to take this chance. And JL can still end it. Hell, Bit could still end this. And that smoke's slowly gonna fade. He sprays and time is not on their side. Big, valiant effort. But it is a stark improvement from NAVI that puts down the German challengers. And so, improvements welcomed from this new super team. Not a lot of practice here on Ancient, but definitely enough to dispatch of Big and to show us that this project is